Good evening YouTube, or should that be good morning, considering it is 34 minutes past 2 in the morning. I am fairly tired, I'll put it that way. This is in response to Richie's video. This is a 21 questions thing. Just looking over the rules. Right, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Of the Youth Nation 21 questions. First question. What is your name? My YouTube name is NeoNexudus. Some of my mates call me Blondie, obvious reasons. And my real name is Liam, for those who didn't know. How old am I? I'm 20 currently, 21 in August. Where am I from? I'm from a regenerating town called Margate in Kent. What card shop do you represent or play at? I don't represent any card shop. I go to Locals, which is known as Duelist Den. They have a Facebook, Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanet. So go onto Facebook, type in Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanet and you should find them. Question 5. When did you first start playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Now that is a very good question. I started playing when I was, I don't know, I think I must have been about 14, something like that. It must have been around 13, 14. A friend down the road that I live in was going on about this new thing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'd watched the television series and I thought that was pretty cool. And he got the Structure Deck Kaiba Structure Deck Kaiba. I was like, wow, you know, because like Blue Eyes was quite traditional back then, and it was like, wow, you have blue eyes, that's so cool. And we all sort of, being kids, we all sort of took on personas of characters. The guy who got me into it was Kaiba. I was Joey. Someone else called Sam was Yugi. And the guy who got me into it, his little brother, would have been was Pegasus, and we all went out and bought the structure decks. What first introduced me? Question 6. How have I played Yu-Gi-Oh? Just answered that. Question 7. Who first introduced you into Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, obviously that would be my mate. Well, yeah, my mate Lee. He introduced it to me many years ago. What was my very first deck? My very first deck would have been 3 cards, technically. Deck of 3 cards. Yorubai, Dark Grey, Beast Fangs. That's all I started out with. Then I went out and bought the Joey Structure deck, so if that counts as my first deck, brilliant, because I love the Joey deck. It was awesome. It had the Flame Swordsman and the Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is a very close thing in my heart. But my first own personal deck was really just a random jumble of cards from the Yugi deck, the Kaiba deck, and the well, I think it was all the structure decks actually, and a few other cards I pulled out of packs. It had things like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Sun Skull. It had all sorts of cards in it. It was massive. Didn't really know how to play. But then, many years later, I made another deck when I first got back into the game, and that involved things like Giant Koala and Desk Kangaroo and what else do I have in there? I had a whole really bunch of jumble of cards. Okay, question 8. What is my very first deck? Let's answer that. Question 9. was the first holo I ever pulled from out of a pack? That would either be the Red Black Dragon out of the Joey deck, or if that doesn't count, it would probably be a Super Rare Swords Revealing Light from Legend of Blue Eyes. I don't remember pulling it, but I always thought it came out of the Yugi deck, Super Rare Swords. But after further investigation, I found out I'd actually pulled it from a Legend of Blue Eyes pack and lost it. Okay. Next question. Question 10. Are you part of any of a Yu-Gi-Oh team? Wow. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm part of the KCP. That was kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it was my first official team that I was part of, if you like, the KCP. Kello's Confident Podcast. Along with the likes of Dark Magician, Emma Blue Eyes 10, Kello Shade himself, etc. Then I became, me and two mates who I've dealt with for years, formed our own team rather recently, because we were finding out the locals and the fact that we're now better players than we once were. We've helped ourselves evolve. So we're still working on the name. First of all, it's Team Extreme, because we are just that cool. Because we all like wrestling, we all like the Hardy Boys, etc. You know, we all like Hardy Boys, we all like Leotard, we like all that wrestling stuff. Then we changed to Team Red Nova, because we all had Red Nova in our extra decks, and me, more than others, tend to summon it, being rather, I don't know, if you call it bolshy, because each time I go into Red Nova I'll play this. They drag out this theme. Synchro Shock, double tuning, Synchro Shocker, Scarlet Nova Dragon. So yeah, looks like we might be going back to Team Extreme again. Who knows? We haven't finalised the name, but yes, I am part of a team. And Scapegoat User has also officially offered his hand for me to join his team as well. So I'm part of multiple teams, really. Moving on. Do you have any Yu-Gi-Oh credentials? Regional top wins, YCS Shonen Jump top wins, blah 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 blah. The answer to that would be no. I came fourth once at a local tournament, but that was it, just once. Probably a fluke, but you know, it was quite nice, considering that the time before that I'd just done terrible. So yeah, biggest achievement to date, 4th place. Not great, but it was nice. Moving on. Do I trade, sell, buy and or play for Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I do trade cards. Many of my members of the KCP. Sell sometimes. Buy. Not so much, no. I wouldn't say I've bought any cards off anyone. Play for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. No, I never played for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Wouldn't do that. It's disrespectful to the cards. Do you remember my very first duel? Yeah, I do. My mate Lee's back garden, summer's day. Playing with the Joe deck versus the Kaiba deck. Yeah, I would often lose, but I didn't care. Yeah, it was fun. And we didn't even play by the proper rules, we played by Duel's Kingdom rules. But my very first sort of like officially duel was when I got back into the game again, built my first deck with a Death Koala and, well, not Death Koala, Death Kangaroo and Big Koala and all that in. was, and my mate's girlfriend's flat at the time. He got me back into the game, and we had a duel, and he was running this really, how can I put it, mediocre test deck to test my abilities. I got pwned nonetheless, but I just started playing again, so it's to be expected. What is my most favourite? The signature card. Well, anyone who knows me knows that this guy right here, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, he is my favourite and signature card. Red Eyes is my monster. As much as the Dark Magician is Richie's, and as much as Blue Eyes White Dragon is Jay's and Emma's. And Chris's. But Chris is more cyber end. So yeah, that is my signature card. My most favourite, the signature deck. Well, the main deck's constantly changing. It was Fiends for a while. It went to Dark. It's been many things. But the Red Eyes deck, that's always been here. Yeah, it may not be the most competitive of decks, but it's a nice fun deck to duel with. It gets me creative juices flowing, gets me Yu-Gi-Oh juices flowing. So yeah, I'd probably say my Red Eyes deck would be my signature deck. What is my most favourite? The signature format. I haven't exactly played in many formats. Not really knowing the ban list until well, a good while after I got back into the game. So probably, if I remember all the way back to when I first started playing, it would probably be the good old days of dueling, when things like Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Red Eyes, Geek Guardian, Don Zalug, they're all good cards. They're all good cards. So I'd probably say the old days was my favourite format. What is your most memorable moment in my Yu-Gi-Oh history? Most memorable? Good question. I've never many memorable moments, but I think the most memorable would have to be I was dueling with my friend, the Intruder in 1987, and yeah, I kind of flipped up. I kind of summoned Marshmallow from the hand and attacked the game with Marshmallow. That was quite epic. What type of playstyle do I have? My playstyle depends on the deck. I mean, I used to be a very defensive player, running things like Magic Cinder, Sacred Armor, blah 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 blah. As my dueling skills have evolved, and my knowledge has evolved, I've become a bit more of an aggressive player, relying less on defensive cards, which can be my downfall. I am a bit of a Jack Atlas. Why do I play Yu-Gi-Oh? Because that's an awesome anime. It's fun. It's made me friends. It's nice to meet new people. It's helping me improve my maths, and God knows I need help with that. So, yeah, those are the reasons why I play Yu-Gi-Oh! For the fun, for the friends, for the challenge, for the math, and because the cards just look cool. If I could describe myself in one word in terms of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, what would that word be? I would say original. I'm quite an original person. I'll try and build original decks. I mean, if you see some of my early videos when I was doing Fiend decks, they were quite original. No, they never did well. Admittedly, they never did that well. I would say I was original player. I wouldn't say I'm creative, because I'm not exactly brilliant and booming with Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck ideas, although I've got a few on the go at the moment. Do excuse me. So yeah, I'm an original player because I like the old days of dueling. I like to keep things fresh, keep things new. Don't want to keep things stagnant and stale and, you know, have things all the same, you know. What advice do I have to pass on to the younger generation? The future of the great game, and to my fellow duelists, I think that is. My fellow Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Don't neck deck. Be creative. Be spontaneous. Create a lot of decks. Test them a lot. See what works. See what don't. Don't just immediately go out there and buy a meta deck just because you win all the time. Give it in the true spirit of the game. You know, like the anime and Kazuki Takahashi intended. Before anyone says this is no personal dig at anyone, this is just this 21 questions thing. I'm just saying younger generations should experience the more original side before they decide to go down the meta side if they choose to. So yeah, be original, be creative, have fun. Don't be like everyone else, be different and be proud of it. That's what I say. Be proud to be different and stand up for the good fight. That's my advice to your kids. So yeah, this is the 21 questions. I've been NeoNexudus. You've been my wonderful audience. This is Rosebud Dragon. And I'm signing off with an Inferno Fire Blast. Catch you later.